These are the key screen contents of the Pio Wizard. The technology and worldwide communication is available to make buying on an FCA or Ex-Works routed transaction basis very effective. This is the client input screen. The client type applies to the kind of client that is input. Could be a shipper, supplier, manufacturer, consignee, etc. The product database is the key association to a supplier, which is the yellow subform section. Note each of the supplier's part numbers can be shown with the corresponding Schedule B number and reporting quantity to census, and if applicable, the hazmat information of that product. After the supplier's product data is input, the purchase order information is then input. When the supplier is selected from the drop-down list, a list of the supplier's associated part numbers, part descriptions, and Schedule B numbers are displayed. After the heading information of the PO is input, the individual line items are input in the bottom subform. Note that if the PO is on a letter of credit, that information can be input too. This information appears later on the FCR document. If there is a need for further scrutiny of the Pio Production Overview can be selected to input additional follow-up information. Note there could be more than one activity assigned to each function. All the information is then archived for future reference, should that be needed. This is the warehouse receipt input screen. A warehouse receipt number is assigned by the receiving warehouse, which is considered the U.S. consolidation point. When the PO number associated with the cargo receipt is selected from the drop-down, all the lines items of that PO are displayed below. The concept here is to tag the piece count of the line items that have been received and input the package information. The packages containing these items are shown in the package receipt subform. Note the skids of the same size can be combined. The weights and cubic dimensions are automatically calculated upon the input of each product package group. There are various forms that can be printed from the warehouse receipt input screen. Here is the FCR, Forwarder Certification of Receipt, associated with the letter of credit involved with the sample purchase order. This is an effective alternative to using the ocean bill of lading as the banker's operative document. The warehouse receiving the cargo can use this format to keep track of each warehouse receipt. This information can be used with the load plan. Note the report shows both the package receipt and the line items received information. This gives the warehouse not only information about the packages themselves, but also the contents. Our primary warehouse is connected to the Pio Wizard. This connection allows us to view the real-time receipt status of any incoming cargo. The warehouse prints labels that can be affixed on the cargo itself. This allows the warehouse to mark their WR number on the cargo. It also can serve as an identifying label for the buyer, as the PO number and description of what is in the pallet can be shown. Our system accommodates adding barcode labels as well. As cargo is received at the warehouse, it can be assigned to an outgoing shipment file. When a new shipment file is opened, a shipment file number is assigned. When the U.S. consolidation point drop-down is selected, all the cargo that is received that hasn't been assigned to another outgoing shipment file is displayed in the WR Picker section at the bottom. To assign a particular warehouse receipts package group to the sample file, Assign checkbox merely needs to be clicked. This effectively transfers the WR package group data to become part of the outgoing shipment consolidation. Note when each checkbox is clicked, the cube and weight of the consolidation are calculated. There are subordinate functions to this shipment builder screen. By clicking Events, the associated shipment events are displayed. The line item shipped button opens another screen revealing the line items of the purchase order that have been selected for shipping on this shipment. The assignment of the cargo can further be broken down to what is in each container when more than one container is involved. Note any expenses associated with that particular shipment can be queried by simply pushing the Invoices versus File button. One of the subordinate screens is the Event Manager. This can be used to the extent needed in keeping an electronic archive of when functions along the shipment's building are accomplished. This information could be useful when the shipment coordinator may be absent and the rest of the team wants to know the current assembly line status of the shipment. There also is a subform within the screen called the Shipment Resolution. This permits the ability to keep track of post-shipment issues such as claims or piece count discrepancies that may be discovered at destination by the buyer. This is the line item shipped subordinate screen to the shipment builder. This visually gives a summary of the PO line items that have been selected for the shipment. Note the unit price and extended price of the number of items actually received are shown versus the applicable WR number. Key documents can be printed, including the commercial invoice cover, the commercial invoice details by supplier, and the shipment's packing list. For export reporting purposes, a summary of the products being exported are displayed by the Schedule B recap. This makes the shipper's export declaration or ACE input easy. This is what the commercial invoice detail looks like. This detail could literally go on for numerous pages when there are hundreds of line items being shipped together. Note it also associates the line items being shipped with the packaging that holds these specific items. This is a consolidated commercial invoice detail broken down by supplier. Most country customs allow for clearance of multiple suppliers in one shipment. Note the detail picks up pertinent information that the foreign customs would normally be looking for, such as the line item country of origin. This is the Schedule B report that summarizes what needs to be declared to the Bureau of Census for export reporting purposes. This is sorted by U.S. supplier, which is the U.S. PPI, then by Schedule B number. All the products with the same Schedule B numbers are then grouped together by country state of origin reporting purposes. Also, the associated reporting quantity of the Schedule B number appears. This is the container package list that summarizes by shipping package and line item what is loaded in the particular container of the shipment, or skid if it's an air shipment. This can be printed and affixed inside the container or skid on the skid with the cargo. Note there would be a separate list for each container, and the WRs are listed that are loaded in that container. The form also summarizes the piece, weight, and cube count of each container. This information can be included on the master given to the steamship line. The PO Wizard also makes it possible to run numerous queries from the data in the system. This query screen can also generate queries as to what cargo is on hand at a particular warehouse, or the associated PO line item with a particular outgoing shipment. The beauty of designing our own database affords the opportunity to create many customized queries. Several documents and reports can be printed from the PO Wizard. Here is a grouping of what is available, but certainly not exhaustive of what could be created. For more PO Wizard information, view the 10 videos on our website which detail each aspect. And so ends this presentation.